to the Binge List. I am your host, Paul Chappell, and we are recapping The Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 5, Chapter 13, The Jedi. Wow, I wonder what this episode is going to be about. No, we know what it's going to be about. This is the episode we've been waiting for all season, and it delivers. Ahsoka Tano appears almost instantly in this episode, and she's kicking ass, taking names, killing guys just left and right. It's pretty good opening. And I have to say, Rosario Dawson is just awesome. She's everything I hoped she would be. So she's killing these guys. They're working for this Magistrate called Morgan Elsbeth. Okay, that name is a little bit weird, but hey, I'll go along with it. So she's killing these guys. She threatens the magistrate who's over this town. I guess it's Caladan, as we learned from a previous episode. But she tells the magistrate that she has some information that she wants, but the magistrate says, I will not give you that information, and I will kill everybody in this town if I have to. But Ahsoka Tano gives her a day to think about it, and she will return and kick some more ass. So I like this episode for the most part. There are a lot of things that confuse me, but overall there were so many things revealed, I just had to like it. There was also a lot of coincidences because shortly thereafter Mando lands on Corvus, the forest planet, and it's kind of weird that they call this the forest planet when all the freaking trees are dead. I mean, really, what's with all these planets in the outer rim? Why do all the planets have to look like crap? That kind of annoyed me, but whatever. I wanted this to be Endor or Kashyyyk, something along that lines. I just was hoping to see something more than deserts or snowy plains on desolate planets. I mean, come on, guys. Maybe it's better for their budget. I don't know. But there's plenty of places in California. I'm assuming that's where they filmed this. There's plenty of places in California where there are nice trees, big redwoods. I mean, they shot indoor in the redwoods in Marion County. But I digress. Mando lands in this town. He lies and says he's a hunter. He needs a layover. They invite him into town, and then they almost immediately offer him the job to kill this Jedi witch. And when he hears the name, of course he accepts. And the magistrate of the town offers him something that I thought was kind of unique. Beskar. A whole staff of pure Beskar. And I immediately start to wonder, is Beskar impervious to a lightsaber? Now we know that it can block blaster bolts, and blasters pretty much fire the same thing that makes up lightsaber, which is plasma. So I'm fully expecting Mando to actually have a chance to get a Ahsoka Tano, but they give her the coordinates. He goes searching for her, not really to kill her. He actually wants to fulfill his mission. But she sneaks attacks him. They battle a little bit. And as I suspected, the Beskar holds up. And he gets her to stop attacking him by, first of all, saying her name and telling her that Bo-Katan sent him. And she actually glances over his shoulder and sees Baby Yoda. And she was like, wow, hope you came to see me about him. And, of course, she's right. So the most interesting thing probably this season or any season really is the fact that they finally tell us Baby Yoda's name. And turn this off right now if you don't want me to spoil it. But I'm going to tell you what it is. His name is, get this, Grogu. That's right, Grogu, which is kind of weird, but hey, I'm digging it. I'll let it slide. I think it'll grow on me, whatever. That's his name because Ahsoka can communicate with him using the Force. And she tells us his story. We find out a little bit of his backstory, that he was actually at the Jedi Temple during the Jedi 66 Purge. And he was able to escape with the help of another Jedi. Now, we don't get a reveal about who this Jedi is, which is kind of strange. But hey, I realized that Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, who wrote this episode, I realized they probably want to reveal that in a future episode. Or maybe they haven't even thought of who that Jedi actually is yet. I mean, that's the nature of these shows sometimes. You just don't have time to throw everything together. Sometimes you just leave it for a future episode. And that's fine with me. I shall also mention that Dave Filoni was the director of this episode, and it makes sense because he actually was the showrunner for the Clone Wars, and I think he actually came up with Ahsoka, Tano, and among other characters. So Mando asks Ahsoka to train Baby Yoda, Grogu, and she refuses because she mentions that she knows what will happen if a Jedi or a Force-powered being like Baby Yoda has too many attachments. And by attachment, she's talking about Mando himself. Grogu sees him as a father figure. She is really just terrified that he will turn to the dark side like somebody else that she knows that she doesn't mention. And we know, of course, that she's talking about Anakin Skywalker. So I thought that was interesting. They actually played some of the old Star Wars music, the Force music, I guess. I don't know what they call this particular music, but you hear it playing when she's talking about the Jedi, which I thought was a nice little Easter egg, nice little touch they threw in. So Mando offers her a deal. He says, I will help you defeat the Magistrate if you agree to take Grogu under your care. And she agrees. They attack the town, and of course they triumph. I think I should mention at this point that the Magistrate's right-hand man is Michael Biehn. Yes, the same Michael Biehn that was in Terminator, Aliens, The Abyss, all those great science fiction movies. And he got his ass whooped very quickly. And I was like, what? And he died, of course. I mean, I was looking at this thinking, why even have him guest star if you're not going to give this icon something to do? I thought he was going to have some badass scene with Mando at the very least. But whatever. The Magistrate, she has a great fight with Ahsoka Tano using that Beskar staff. And it was pretty badass. I thought Ahsoka was going to get her ass kicked for a second, but of course, they can't let that happen. So, finally, Ahsoka puts a lightsaber through her throat and forces her to reveal this secret that she's been after the whole episode. And here's one of the biggest, I would say the third biggest reveal this season. She's looking for the location of Grand Admiral Thrawn. That's right. That blue villain from Rebels. The last time we saw Thrawn, he was being sucked into hyperspace by a space whale. So yes, he is still alive. This opens up so many other storylines that could happen potentially in future seasons. I mean, we already have the thing with Bo-Katan and the things with the Mandalorians and the Darksaber. But this is actually another thing that we can get into. Because you may or may not know, Admiral Thrawn, he's from the Sith. The Sith are from the unknown region of space. And the Imperials actually went to the unknown region of space to develop the First Order. Yes. So that prediction I made in, I think it was the last episode recap, it looks like I was right. There are definitely indications that not only Moff Gideon has some connection to the First Order, but I think this just confirms it. If Thrawn is in the mix, that's what they're going for, because he had intimate knowledge of the unknown region. And I think all these storylines are going to converge somehow. They're going to figure out some way to do it. I just can't see how they couldn't do that. I mean, it just makes sense. We already know from a previous episode that they're making clones, and maybe even a clone army with Jedi skills, or maybe even just, I don't know, making bodies for Emperor Palpatine. We don't know. but there are so many indications. And we already know that Moff Gideon has the dark saber, and now we know that he also might be working with Thrawn. So, man, there are so many possibilities. I was just blown away by this episode. What else do we have? Oh, yes. So, at the very end of the episode, Mando think that Ahsoka is going to take Baby Yoda with her, but she refuses, saying that I see his connection to you, and I cannot train him the way he needs to be trained. What you need to do is take this guy to Titan, which is a mystery planet in the deep core. So that's kind of interesting. I guess Mando's going to have to travel a lot further than he thought to complete his quest. But she says there's a Jedi temple on this planet, and at the top of the mountain, at a seeing stone, there is a force area, I guess, area strong with the force, where Baby Yoda or Grogu can choose his own path, and perhaps a Jedi will even detect his presence and come to him. I thought that was all kind of BS a little bit, because, I mean, that's not really a plan. Really? Go to some temple and hopefully maybe connect to some Jedi through the Force? I really wasn't satisfied with the direction she gave Mando. And if I was Mando, I would be like, yeah, right, lady, I'm not going to do that. So we'll see what happens, but I think they could have done a little bit more of that. Give us a little bit more to go on. But let's go through some of the other Easter eggs in this episode. It was basically surrounding the droids, as you can see here. When Mando enters Caladan, he passes this droid. This is a 8D8 torture droid. We saw this in Return of the Jedi. He was one of the droids that R2-D2 saw when he entered the little jail for droids. Okay, the next Easter egg is also another droid, a HK-87. Now, I've never seen this particular droid before, but the HK stands for Hunter Killer. They do have kind of a long history in the Star Wars universe. You can look it up online. I won't go too much into it. But suffice to say, they're half protocol droid and half assassin. That's why I guess the Magistrate has them doing these kind of ceremonial duties. But the whole point in them being protocol droids is so they can get a job serving someone and get close enough to kill them. So yeah, that's what an HK assassin droid is. And I've already mentioned Grand Admiral Thrawn. Now, one of the other things I kind of had a problem with was the fact that Ahsoka mentions that Baby Yoda was raised in the Jedi Temple on Coruscant. Now, my thing is, when they first meet, she seems like she's seeing Baby Yoda for the first time. And she doesn't know his name. She only learns his name actually after they actually connect using the Force. So I was kind of thrown for a loop because of that. I was kind of wondering, wouldn't she have known him? Wouldn't she have been trained at the same time? So, yeah, I was kind of thrown off by that. But like I said, it didn't make me not like the episode. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was very well done. Although, like I said, I thought Michael Biehn should have been given more to do, being that he's just such an icon. Maybe, I don't know, maybe he asked them, just let me be on the show. I don't care if I get shot. Just let me be on this damn show. I know some people have done that. That's pretty much how Samuel Jackson got in the prequel series. He told George Lucas, I'll be a slave if you want to, or you want me to. So just let me be in this movie. And of course, George Lucas let him be a Jedi. So that's all I got for today. I enjoyed it. Go watch it right now. It's on Disney Plus. Leave a comment down below if I missed anything. Do you disagree with me? Let me know in the comments. Give me a like, give me a dislike, whatever. Interact. Let me know. But yeah, I'll be looking forward to whatever they got planned for the rest of the season. But they got a lot to live up to because they pretty much blown their wad with these last 3 episodes. But that's all I got for today, and I will see you when I see you. Thanks for watching.